Hey peeps, Donna here, also known as Schwake. I'm here with my update, although it's not going to be very complete because I haven't weighed myself in the last few days, so I don't really know how much I weigh. But let's jump right into it. Today is October 20th, 2017. I had gastric bypass, or R&Y, with Dr. Tom Mumbuck of Blossom Bariatrics at Borum Springs Surgical Center in Las Vegas, September 14th, 2016. That is over a year ago. I am not from Las Vegas. I'm from Vancouver Island. That is on the west coast of British Columbia, Canada. If anybody's up here visiting, drop me a line. I would love to see anybody who's up this way. I started my journey at 337 pounds. I had my surgery at 303.3 pounds, and today I'm roughly 210 pounds. So it's about 125 pounds that I've lost. Again, feel really good about that. I wish I was losing weight faster. I am doing the keto diet. My husband is doing it with me, which is really fantastic to have that kind of support. And we don't have any young kids at home anymore, so I don't have to worry about having anything extra in the house. We're both eating the same, and that makes it a lot easier. Although I have a problem. And I don't know, I had a meltdown today because I don't know how to deal with this problem. So my husband and I have both eating the same and been eating the same way. And I told him when he first started doing the keto diet, which is 3 weeks ago now, that as long as he was eating the right foods, he could eat as much as he wanted. I just really wanted him to wean himself off of the breads, pastas, rice, stuff like that. So that's the first step for him. I've weaned myself off of that stuff for over a year now. I haven't had any breads. I haven't had any rice. I haven't had any pasta. Been more than a year. So I'm more about really counting the carbs and stuff like that. So in the house, I bought, almost a year ago, I bought some treats. They were all low carb treats, no sugar treats, like sugar-free Twizzlers, and there were some little chocolates. I would show you, but there's none left in the house. So that stuff has been sitting there for almost a year. And I brought it out, or I showed my husband where it was, because he was having a bit of a moment where he wanted to have something more than what he had eaten, and he wanted something sweet. So I got out these chocolates for him. They were, I don't know, 100 calories for two of them, for a package, which had 2 chocolates in it, which was, they're like a turtle, like you get it. I associate turtles with Christmas time, but anyways, there's 2 of these chocolates in it. Anyways, he saw where I got them from, and by the next day, he had already eaten several more packages. I had a whole case in there, and a case I think had, I don't know, 12 packages, but I also had a combined case, so there were probably 20 packages in there. And he was eating them very quickly. Now, this is where I go back to my old mentality. That stuff has sat there for a year, and I probably only dipped into it 3 times, maybe 4. Plus, I shared some of them. So I never had a pull to go and eat them. But once my husband knew where they were, and he was helping himself to them, and he was eating them faster, all of a sudden I found myself eating them, let's say out of control. I wouldn't call it out of control, but mindlessly eating them. And after they were all gone, and quite honestly, I had made myself sick. All that artificial sweetener stuff, you eat too much of it, or if I eat too much of it, I get the runs. And it hit me in the middle of the night, and my stomach still isn't good. And I'm already well into the next evening. But I thought about it afterwards, and I thought, what happened? Why did I feel a need to eat this as quickly as I did? And it was because he was eating them. And I know this is a problem that stems back a lot of years. And I'm not blaming my husband. Don't get me wrong here. I am not blaming him for it. This is something I need to deal with. But I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to correct it. The only thing I can think of right at the moment is to not have the food in the house, not to have those treats and stuff in the house. But that's not really dealing with the problem. So I don't know what to do about that. And really, I realized I was like this about a year before my surgery. There was a situation where I have a room where, a gym where I have all my exercise equipment. And I would keep things out there. And it's actually in a separate building on my property. So I would keep things out there, a bag of chips or something, and I would only eat like 2 or 3 chips out of it. And the bag would sit on a bookshelf until I decided I didn't want them. And then I'd take them into the house and I'd give them to my husband. And everything was okay. And I started thinking about that. And why was it okay to just give them to him and not want anymore? As opposed to when he would help himself, all of a sudden I wanted it. Yeah, maybe you guys have some insight to that. But I think it stems back further than that. Like my husband and I, we've been together since we were teenagers. And when we were younger, before we had kids, we would go out for dinner, and I always, ever since I was a little kid, I always ate the things on my plate that I didn't like the least. I ate them first. So then my last few bites were of the absolute favorite part of the meal. And I found that changed for me when my husband would eat his meal faster than me, and then he would pick off my plate, but he would pick the good stuff. So then I found myself eating that stuff first. Isn't this stupid? And now I try and save portions of my whole meal and for leftovers, and I've been doing that for a lot of years. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I can't edit these friggin' videos because I haven't found a good video editor yet. That's easy to learn, and I haven't had time to do it since YouTube got rid of their video editor. But anyways, my problem is if I haven't, let me give you another example. So I don't remember if it was Father's Day, Christmas, birthday. I always buy my husband, or I used to always buy my husband, an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. And after I realized that I had this issue with food, that if that I felt I had to have it or I wasn't going to get any, once I'd realized that, and we had this cake in the house, my husband told me, I left you the last piece of cake. I left it for you. You can have it. And I thought, nice. And because I now knew it was my piece of cake, I didn't have that drive to go and eat it right away. I didn't eat it that day. I didn't eat it the next day. And on the third day, when I went to go and get it out of the freezer and eat it, it was gone. I lost my shit. I totally lost my shit. And just totally freaked out on my husband. And he was like, well, you weren't eating it. I said, but you told me it was mine. Now, don't get me wrong, peeps. I'm not making this his fault. This is, like I said, this is an issue I need to deal with. But I don't know how. And I'd like to say that I'm growing up enough and have a good enough relationship with my husband that I'm able to talk to him about it. That particular day, like I said, I lost my shit, and he realized that this was an issue for me. And then we sat down, and I told him, this is where I'm coming from, and I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why. Something surgery hasn't fixed. It's all up here. It's here that needs to get fixed. So, like I said, back to the chocolates in the cupboard. The low carb chocolates, the no sugar chocolates. I think there was 2 net carbs per serving, and the serving was two of them. All of a sudden, I'm eating them like they'll never be around again, ever, because he's eating them. Like, what the hell? What the hell? What am I thinking up here? How do I fix that? Especially since I know it. I know I'm like that. I know it now. I've known it for a while. So what's going on up here? I don't get it. And how do I fix it? Anyways, I also brought this up to my keto group. I don't think I told you guys that. I started a support group. I put it out there to all my friends that I was going to start doing keto. And if anybody else was interested, that, we get together weekly and just have a support group and support each other with it. And I had several people respond to it. And there is a core group of 4 right now of us that have made all of the meetings. But there's about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people altogether that want to come to the meetings or trying to make it to the meeting, whatever. But, or have made it to some meetings. Anyways, this group is really, really helping with a lot of things. We're bouncing ideas off each other, recipes off each other, different things that we can, if you're in a bind, what can you grab quickly? If you're out in the town and you're not making it home for lunch, what can you do? And one of the things that was suggested, and I've tried it, and holy crap, the A&W lettuce wraps. So I did not know this. And you know what? Some of you people might go on about fillers that's in the meat and stuff. I have no idea what is in the meat. I haven't looked into that completely. But A&W touts how everything's hormone free and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm going with right at the moment. But I'm also not going overboard. I have, I've had A&W twice in the last 8 months. So I don't think that's too much. Anyways, so you can take any burger at A&W and ask for it as a lettuce wrap. And so I get my team burger, and I get it without ketchup, without tomato, and with extra pickles. Yum. So I don't know if you can tell in this light. I had my hair done. I know it's kind of shitty right now. It's getting late, but look how light it is. Holy smokes, eh? I'm blonde. I figured I better get at least my roots done, which now they are, for OH, because I am leaving Tuesday morning for OH. I am so looking forward to it. I have my costume. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I am going to be a sugar skull. I still am not totally 100% sure how I'm going to do my makeup, but I might work on that this weekend. I do have a Halloween party that I could go to, so maybe I'll try it out there. And get my nails done, pamper myself, be a little bit girly. I've only ever had a manicure once before, where they did the whole manicure and painted my nails. But I've actually got an appointment tomorrow for gel nails, so that's going to be a new experience for me. And I went to Nanaimo. It's a town. It's about an hour. A little bit more than an hour away from where I am, and with Berica, and she booked a makeover at Sephora for us. And again, not something that I'm used to. I'm not used to pampering myself like that. So that was kind of cool, and I ended up buying some products there. Yeah, Sephora is not a cheap place, but I've really been trying the products, and yeah, I don't know. Almost feel like makeups, but I appreciate that they showed me how to put some of it on. Yeah. And then I also bought some lipstick from Sengents. Is that stuff? Doesn't come off. Don't come off. Wear it all day. And I bought a whole bunch of different colors, so that was kind of cool. So I've been wearing lipstick a little bit more. I'm not looking really great right now, but it's late. I'm taking care of someone's house right now and taking care of the cat, and I don't have any of my own stuff here, so yeah. Anyways, what else do I have to say? Looking forward to OH. I've got, like I said, I've got my costume. I do not have a dress or anything fancy to wear to the nice dinner. And I'm running out of time. It is Friday today, and I leave Tuesday morning. I don't even know anywhere around here where I can get anything fancy like that. So I'm wondering, we are going to Long Beach before OH. So the 24th is a Tuesday, and 24th is a Tuesday, and the conference actually starts on Friday. I think it's Friday and Saturday, I think. So maybe I'll have time once I'm down there. And if anybody who is watching is from that area, I would love your suggestions on places to go and get clothes in my size. I still panic about that. I still have panic attacks about going into stores and trying on clothes. It's yeah, just even right now talking about it, I don't feel good about it. I still feel too big. I still feel like I'm too big for a regular clothing store. I had people tell me the other day, went to go pick up some materials at a store, one of our suppliers, and the guys in there were going, "Oh, are you ever skinny? You are so skinny." It's like, no, I'm not. I'm still over 200 pounds. Oh, you know another thing I really hate hearing? I know people mean the best. They really do, and I know that. But I'm hearing it all the time. People are saying to me, "Wow, you sure look good," especially people who haven't seen me for a while. "Wow, you sure look good. And you must feel good. You must feel great." And I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah, you look really good. Not that you didn't look good before. Okay. Why do they have to keep saying that? Not that you didn't look good before. You looked good before too, but wow, you look really good now. There's a couple things about that. And I don't want to be ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful. Don't take this the wrong way. But no, I didn't look good before. No, I didn't. So it's almost like, I don't know. How do I feel about it? I don't want to say it's a slap in the face, because like I said, I know people mean the best, but maybe I'm just getting tired of hearing. I don't know. Maybe I'm PMSing. That's what it is. I'm probably PMSing, and it's just irritating me even more right now. It is a really, really cool feeling, and it happened again tonight when I see somebody that I haven't seen for a while, and they will look at me, and then all of a sudden they realize who I am, and they go, that's a good feeling. I love that feeling. That happened tonight. My husband's in a hockey tournament this weekend, and I sat down on the bleachers before anybody got there. So I was the only one on the bleachers, and then some of the ladies came in and sat right behind me. And I turned, smiled, and said hi to them and stuff. They were immersed in their own conversation, so I was watching the game. And almost toward the end of the game, one of the ladies tapped me on the shoulder, and she says, "Are you one of the new wives on the team?" And I was like, no. And she goes, "Oh, you're from the other team." I was like, "No." She says, "Oh, well, you're just sitting here." I said, "No, I'm with your team. I'm on, my husband's on your team. Len's my husband, and we've been on the team for 3 years." And her look was like, "What? Donna, is that you?" I can't, you know what? I can't get over that feeling. That is just, I'm just tickled pink when people do that. But please don't throw in there, "Oh, you look good before too." It almost almost takes away from it. Maybe that's what it is, just takes away from it. Anyways, I'm rambling now because I don't really have anything else to say. And if I see you at OH, please come and say hi. But I want you to know I'm awkward. I'm awkward. I am shy. You might not get that from these videos, but I am. And I'm not a fast thinker. So if I look at, if you come up to me and you introduce yourself to me and I'm looking at you going like, it's because I recognize you or I can't remember your name or something like that. And I really, really apologize in advance for it. But like I said, I'm not trying to put myself down here, people. So don't get back at me and say, oh, no, this is okay. Whatever. I know I'm like that. I accept that I'm like that. But I am really awkward to meet a lot of the times. But I really do appreciate those people that try and come out and shake my hand and introduce themselves. And yeah, I had a couple people like that, WLSFA, and I felt so stupid afterwards that I couldn't remember their names. Alana LaRue. I am so sorry. These are people that I've watched their videos and kept up with them and comment on their Instagram and stuff like that. And then I see them in real life and I'm like, I don't know what it is with me. I just go completely blank. So if I do that to you, please don't take it personally. I am really, really, truly looking forward to meeting everybody. I hope you guys all have a great day. If you're new to my channel, hey! And if you are returning to my channel, thank you again so much for all of your guys' support. I love each and every one of you. Peace out, peeps.